Wow. Well, hello. Um, my name is Pan. My name is Pan. Um, my name is Pan, and this is the Grenadier Earthman. Okay. So, um, so yeah, man. I'm just gonna go talk about just. I want to talk about just everything. I want to talk about everything, um, including like pyramids. I have a pyramid right here. So I don't know why. I don't know why, but as black people, or that's fine. As black people, um, I don't know why, but as black people, is like talking about pyramids online and shit on YouTube is kind of like a no. Shit gets you demonetized. Um, yeah. So I like doing these videos just because like it helps me to see myself. And when I say it helps me to see myself, it helps me to see my spirit. It helps me to see my energy, where my energy is at. Um, it helps me to see where like my blue line is at. You know, um, I'm just rolling up a cigarette right now, and I like smoking cigarettes a lot. Um, I'm thinking about today. Like today is honestly the type of day where I just like to just sit back and just really contemplate about the highest power. You know, I was just watching a video on YouTube that it says there is no higher power. But even though I fuck with him a lot, I let everyone say whatever they want to say, and I let anyone believe what they want to believe. You know, there's many powers. You can say there is no higher power. You can say the higher power is a collection of people. High. You can see as the higher power as being a collection of people. You can see it a lot of ways. You can see a matrix. You can see it as a hologram. But me myself, I tend to look at it as a little bit of all of those things. You know. Um, so yeah. So another one of my favorite channels to look at is evolutionary arts. You ever heard of him? The evolutionary arts guy. I like his shit a lot, man. Um, I think it's cool that we live in a time, space, reality where and it doesn't matter. Of course it was like this, but we're coming back to it where he's like people was actually going on other people's YouTube videos and checking them out, how like it was like back in 2001. So I like that, but also um, I do notice that evolutionary arts with his show. Um, I think he's a cool dude. He's a white guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a. I don't really see it. I'm glad I said white guy, but not the guy part. I'm glad I said white. But he's a colonizer. But at the same time, I'm led to believe that we put these colonizers here on the planet for a reason. You know, I like to see them as a sort of like a dead man switch. It's like a dead man switch. I like to see it as sort of, like, all right, well, you got a strain, right? You got a strain, and and currently our strain that's here, that's us, is evident, which is I'll just call us we are the bacteria. All right. I'm calling bacteria. So you have the bacteria, but the bacteria is competing against the virus. You have some people who are unashamed. You have some people who are proud. You have some people who are coons. But there are no coons. They realize there's no such thing as a coon. You know what I mean? I feel like coons are just unsolvable. Okay? So, it's not about race. There's no such thing as race. And I must say this, at least for this live stream, there's no such thing as race. Race is a construct with I'm leaning towards it being a construct. It's like it's a construct because there is no such thing as race. So my video title for this one is called The 12 Shades of Brown, right? The 12 Shades of Brown is what I came out with. And it's a long fuck it. I'm making sure it's a long document. It's a long D film, a long documentary film. It's more like on the D wave than any other type of thing. It's like a D wave film, meaning it's like animation, I guess. But you should see it. I should show it to you. But where was I going with that? So, I'm making a film. And like, I don't know. This is just something I came out with out of when I came out my dark, what's it called? It's called a dark night of the soul, which is something which is something I feel like is happening like on a planetary level. So I just want to talk about it. I just want to bring it out, and from this I got the 12 shades of brown, because ultimately that's what it's all come down to. 12 shades of brown. I was looking at myself, from all of my different phenotypes. I was looking at myself, and I'm just like, yo, I have like from here to there my chakras. I'm just like my whole total upper chakras is like it's like 12 shades of brown. And I looked at it, I was like, well, this must be who the fuck I am. I'm just 12 shades of brown, And when I add that up in numerology, that's number 3. God. But for some reason I never really wore the number 3 too much. Like, I never really wore in the number 3. But if you wear it on your chest, then I guess it's like, I don't know, what does the number 3 really represent? The number 3 represents the child. It represents the letter. It really represents the dark, kind of like, how you have like a shadow. The shadow side of 3 represents the letter A, and the letter A is someone who is like agnostic, atheist, someone who has such a spiritual connection to the reality, not first, but to other people, other people sharing their chakras and reality. And I really do appreciate that. However, it's like when you are coming in contact with other chakras and stuff, and people with other chakras where they do know and they do follow a sense of race, having a sense of race, whether it be a religion, whether it be a religious indoctrination uh, program, race program, these are all, to me, like, these are all, I wouldn't call them race programs, but, or you could call them race programs. Those are his. But any type of indoctrination where, whether it be, whether it be your country, or whether it be your hometown, or what school you came from, what educational uterus you were popped out of, then there's always going to be that type of thing where it's okay, where it's us versus them now, where it's like, well, this person, he has some type of holy power about him, so he said some type of holy thing. Well, if he has you're not even, we see now this is jealous people talking, mind you. This is the jealousy talking, right? This is like your the Neptune. It's like the Neptune talking, that dark watery planet. Maybe jealousy can come from there, but, or like schemes and ulterior motives and things of that sort. So you're saying, like, well, if this person has a God, and it's not the Catholic God, it's not the Christian God, then people would choose to see you as an other. So now, in a sense, now instead of being a minority of the general populace, the population, you're like a minority to yourself, or you are a blacklisted minority. If and there's only one person, no one else can do that besides a Scorpio. Can dead ass just like blacklist you and just tell you you're blacklisted and be like, I'm not gonna fuck with you no more. And then in subs, or outside the subs, he's like, I'm not gonna fuck with you no more until I feel better about it. Like, yeah. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Not too many other signs will be like that, but Scorpio. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Not too many other signs will be like that, but Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. I'm talking about in general. Everyone in this room, all of us. I gotta stop laughing at my own jokes. So, like, I feel like, well, that that just really sucks, because the most powerful, like, no one stood up, no one gave a damn about Jesus. Like, Jesus had to do everything on his own. So it's just the embodiment of not a man, although that would be great. Because like, I can't even come down to the word man, because there's some shit about this is why I'm not a man. I'm really not a man yet. And it's not because I'm not manly. It's not because I don't have the attributes or possess the attributes. It's like, there's nothing in being a man. There's nothing in being a man that is comfortable, that is comforting. Not even comfortable, but just comforting. Not having a woman is comfortable. It's not having a woman is comforting, actually. Um, even if I wouldn't even go so far to say this, but because it's just speculation, but even having a woman and for some, having a woman and them not being around is just comforting, you know. So so we gotta understand too that a lot of this is just like a lot of this whole love. I didn't mean to say love. Love is really just a business. It's more like a business move, and like we're not actually viewing love as vividly as it could be, should be, would be, will be, um, prominently, I guess. Displayed, like it should be displayed as like, well, I traveled a long time to get here. I traveled so many freaking days in a time realm to finally, know who you are, see who you are, watch who you are, because we are all watchers in a sense. We're all watchers. So if we're here, we're watching, paying close attention, and we're making the moves that's gonna impact our fate and our destiny and shit like that. So to the point where we can see beyond those screens and those windows, we can see beyond the screen and those windows, and we can not remain fixated on the uh, type of limbo, you know, type of purgatory that comes from existing on a petri dish, that never escapes, never lets you out, you know. And the only way to do that is through creating soul ties and creating soul bonds and creating armies in the spirit, so that your spirit can actually manifest itself as ideas into this third world, to this dense, heavy, material world that we live in, you know. So even things like that, our bodies are changing, our forms is changing, and I wish that's something, the lady who wasn't my mom told me. I mean, I wish you see, I wish that was something that the lady told me, who was my mom, that would have been great, because then I'd probably be in a different place. A lot. Just something as little as that would probably just put me in a really completely different place. But it's really just 12 shades of brown. And we gotta understand with the 12 shades of brown is that it's not a race. It's not 12 shades of brown is not even a bond. 12 shades of brown is just, it's either power or weakness. It can only be power or just weakness. 12 shades of brown. And there's many, and there's supposedly, if there's 12 shades of brown, then ideally there will be one for you. Or maybe you have mixed in, in your family, you and your family tree, or in a past life you were mixed in, and maybe you decided, or in the past life, or through familial marriages and pacts, to come out, to get out of that genetic pool, instead of staying there, where you can achieve everlasting life, and just tap into all these different many abilities, but the stigma of being colored, a colored person, the stigma of being an animal, a savage, a reject, things like that. Um, it's a lot of derogatory things being said on both sides. So I know, I know, I know, I know. Um, I know I just have to be careful. I got to be careful, as do we all, yourself included, with the verbs that we use, because the verbs are just like, they make you laugh. They make you, the verbs hold you in suspense, because, the verbs are everything. Like if I say, like the letter G, if I say the letter G, which is me being uh, Pan, the letter G goes very great with me. Yet I know that the letter R is is you know is a higher dimension. So even in that same sequence, the letter R is a higher dimension. So if I wanna be, you know I want to be like a leader now. I want to be a leader. I want to be my own worshiper. If I want to work for myself, true. If I want to work for myself, then I can't say words like go. I can't command my armies to go somewhere, because then I'll be telling them to go towards something that is not even probably third dimensional. I might be telling them to go to something that's not even tangible. I might be telling them and I feel like I might be telling them like as if I'm the president, when really I'm still a pedestrian. I'm just a pedestrian. I'm not a president. I'm just a pedestrian. So I feel like I'm never gonna, because of a woman, a white woman is the most powerful person ever. She can remain quiet. She can be quiet. I'm sorry if this is a sorry, but she can be quiet and still be seen as the most beautiful, intelligent person in the room, although she's remained quiet, and that's their power. It's just just so so as a pedestrian, I'm not gonna tell anyone to do something, just something crazy. Like the most I'm gonna, forget about crazy. The most I'm gonna realistic, on a list, on a probability scale, I'm gonna tell you to row somewhere, like row, or no, go to this store and complete this assignment for me. I'm not gonna tell you to go do something with your life. I'm gonna tell you to go do something with your day. That's the difference. I'm gonna tell you to go do something with your day, and a day don't have to be 24 hours. A day can be as long as you want to make it. All right. But that's the difference. So, me personally, I feel like as far as being my leadership style is to lead someone to the fire where the fire is thickest, where the fire is huge, and the fire is also at its at the time, well, not even at time, but where because fire is not time, time is man. I would never make an equation like that, but I will tell you when the fire is at its weakest point. You know, I'll tell you. I won't tell you when the fire is. I'll inform you when the fire is at its weakest point, and that's exactly what an oracle does. That's what an oracle does, and that's what I am. I'm an oracle first and foremost. I like this video. I think I'm gonna leave out here because that's all I have to say. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.